Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Really happy to be here today to be doing this podcast. I think it might be interesting for many women who don't really know where they are and how to identify as, if that makes sense. I'm really happy to be doing this YouTube channel. I didn't know that it would be that interesting to me. I almost post daily, so let's get started. I will not be talking too much, you know me. So let's get started. Difference between a slave, a warrior, a queen, and a goddess. In the beginning, I had this idea of doing difference between a goddess and a queen. I don't script my videos, but I have some notes where I know in advance which kind of episode I'd like to do, and it just came to my mind to do this one. So I'm really happy because I usually try to work with my conscious, with my masculine side, but the feminine side is trying to show up, and I think it's interesting because it just comes to me like it's just divine. Even though sometimes I try to go against divinity, against faith, against everything, I try to be really scientific and down to earth and all this stuff, but I just realized that there might be a divine side to me, a feminine side that just receives everything. And yeah, let's get started. You know me, out of topics, it starts really like easily, and I just get out of topic. Okay, difference between a slave, a warrior, a queen, and a goddess. So a slave to me is someone who doesn't have rights. If you're a servant, you don't have any rights. I didn't want to say servant because it will be a bit like misunderstood, I guess. So I decided to say slave. But you know, when you're a servant as a woman, in general, it can be in your family or in your couple or at your job. You don't want to be a slave. I tell you right now, you don't want to be a slave. Nobody wants to be a slave. And you might say, yeah, that's pretty obvious. But most of the women I know are slaves. They are slaves to their husband, slaves to their boss, slaves to their children. Like your child is telling you something and you don't even dare arguing, or you don't even dare telling them that it's not true. You're just a slave to your husband because you're doing the laundry, you're cooking, you're doing all of this stuff, and at the same time you're going to your job. Like you don't have any rights. You go to your job, your boss is telling you do this and do that. Sometimes you don't agree, but you know that you have to pay your rent. So you don't want to be arguing or anything or keeping what you have to say. And I always tell that to everyone whenever there is my money, there is like I'm nowhere to be seen. I am nowhere to be seen. Whenever I'm working somewhere, I have so many stuff I'm thinking about, but I don't even dare speaking. I don't even dare arguing. I don't even say what I like. I don't even talk about anything. I don't have any patience when I'm at work. I'm just a random human. I could be a robot. It will be the same thing. And I'm literally a slave. This is the way I act because I don't want to be affected too much. I don't want to put too much like attention and affection in my job since I know it's just temporary. And yeah, just does make sense. But I'm pretty much a slave, and I know that most people, they don't even want to argue. They are so freaking tired. They don't even have the time. Like they don't want to be talking about too much stuff. They don't even want to give their opinion. They are just pretty much slaves. So if you're a slave today and you're just accepting pretty much everything that everyone is throwing at you, even with your parents, because I know that so many people have like abusive mothers, you're just a slave. So here is the slave. She doesn't have any right. She doesn't have any opinion. She doesn't even dare speaking. She doesn't give her opinion. She doesn't do anything. Like everyone is telling her what to do. She doesn't have any choice. She's always like, definitely a people pleaser. This is the slave. The second one is the warrior. Maybe you'll be like, no, if I had too much femininity to myself, I will be a slave. You know, when you are feminine, it means that you are weak and vulnerable. You just accept everything from everyone. You're just a people pleaser. This is the slave. She is like pretty much 100% feminine, I'd say. Like she is not even feminine. She's like childish. Like she's the child. A child doesn't have any choices. It doesn't have any opinion. Like when they are really toddlers, you know, when they grow up a little bit, they start having opinions. But when you're a baby, everyone is doing like you can't dress as you want. Your parents are dressing you. Your parents are feeding you. Your parents are telling you what to do, what to think about, where you will be. You are a slave. This is childish. This is 100% feminine, I'd say. I would more say passive. You're really passive. You're a freaking slave. When I say passive, it doesn't mean that you don't do anything. It means that you're passive in your choices and in your life. You don't choose anything. Anything. And the previous podcast is about taking full responsibility for your life. So if ever you are a slave at the moment, you might want to check out this previous podcast. The second state is the warrior. The warrior is, I wouldn't say 100% masculine because it just doesn't exist, but it's more active. It's like a warrior. This is pretty much what we have nowadays. I think it is like the modern feminist that we have nowadays. She's like, I don't like society. I don't want to be listening to anyone. I don't want to be shaving my armpit. I don't want to date a man, but I want to date a man at the same time. But if I date a man, I will be paying like 70%, or I will be owning the house, so he can't like be a pervert, or he can't be manipulating me. I'm taking everything on my back. I'm a freaking warrior. I'm a warrior. I want to be fighting for my rights, for everything. That's great. That's great. I like the fact that women are trying to be women. They're trying to have they're trying to be seen, and they're trying to have a voice in our society where patriarchy took too many space. I understand. But you know why you don't want to be a warrior? Because even warriors be resting. Like they rest. Don't think that they can't sleep. You know, military people, they come back home to see their families. So if you are 100% in the warrior mode, you might not like it, to be honest. You might get burned out, because even men with all the testosterone they have, they need to be resting, and they need to be on their in their feminine side. They need to be taken care of. This is why they choose women. This is why they love their mother so much, because they help them being in this like mothering energy, and this energy where they can rest and be themselves, and they don't have to be fighting all day long. So you might not want to be a warrior either, because this is not the right place to be. You might probably want to be a queen, which is the third state that I think is, oh, okay, great. I might be a queen, because a queen is great. Like she pretty much decide everything she wants. She's not a warrior because she doesn't have to fight. People are fighting for her. So she's pretty protected. She takes the decision. This is great to be a queen, right? I think I might like to be a queen at some point, instead of being a slave because everyone has to choose for myself. Instead of being a warrior because I always have to be in survival mode, and I might get burned out by, being like so suspicious of everyone. I might like to be a queen because people are protecting me. I have like the masculine container around me. I'm pretty much a queen, and everyone respects me. When I arrive, everyone is just respecting me, and I'm like, I'm a queen. I'm just a queen. I have like this respect energy. I'm pretty elegant. I know the poise and all this stuff. This is great to be a queen, to be honest, because you can decide of everything. But there is the thing. When you are a queen, you have so many responsibilities, and you are like, I wouldn't say that it is like you have to carry a burden. It is not a burden, but you have a lot of responsibilities, and people respect you because you have this title. But you are just a normal human, if that makes sense. If ever you lose this title, you might be a normal human. Maybe people will remember that you are a queen, but it is not only about energy. You have to work for it, if that makes sense. You have pretty much a lot of responsibility. You have to be highly educated. You have to be speaking several languages. You have to respect some rules that people are putting on you. You have to dress this way. You have to do this or that. You're not a slave, because people are respecting you. They're not telling you what to do. You have to tell people what they have to do, but it comes with responsibilities, and you have to take care of other people. And it means that you are a person who like can't be fully independent, if that makes sense. You can't be doing whatever you want, whenever you want, because it might affect people. The fourth stage that I have in mind, and I'm so freaking happy to be doing this podcast. Oh my God. It comes to me like, oh my God, don't even script my podcast. And this one is like the most natural of those I've done in the past. I love recording this one. It just comes to, oh my God, so happy. Anyway, so the fourth one is like being a goddess. When you are a goddess, you are Like you don't have to be highly educated, you don't have to speak several languages, be wearing heels every day, you don't have to be going to meetings or travel here and there, wear this stuff for this occasion, knowing everything about etiquette, otherwise you're going to get judged. You don't have to be attending this meeting or events you're invited to. Like, you have full rights. You're just a goddess. Just existing makes people giving you gift and praising you and worshiping you. This is the stage you might want to get to. Maybe there is a fifth one. At the moment, I just have four of them, and it just came to my mind like so easily because when you add up the level up, I don't even know if that makes sense, but when you add up the level up, when you do your inner work, when you hear about this and that, you read about this and that, and it just comes to you like it is so easy, so simple. When I know that I've been preparing this video for 1 year, I think, because like it just came to me, I just had this information. Okay, I'm gonna get this information, this other information, and it just makes sense. It just compounding, if that makes sense. So yeah, the goddess energy is the one that I wanted to talk about in the beginning. I told you I wanted to make a difference between a goddess and a queen, and I realized that there are some other stuff like slave and warriors as well. So the goddess energy is, I just get to have gifts and to get praised and to be worshipped just by existing. People don't even care what I do. People don't even care what I think about. People don't even care about the way I speak. I don't even have any pressure. If I want to do this, I will do this, and everyone will be happy about that. Everything I do is just a miracle. It is just something that people are waiting for. I'm just like an idol for some people. I'm just an idol, basically. You just do one thing and people's like, oh my god, she just coughed, oh my god, she's eating, whoa, she's eating, I just want to give money to her, I just want to be praising her, I just want to be around her. You radiate this beautiful energy, feminine energy, because you're not a god, you're a freaking goddess. And a goddess energy, just close your eyes, imagine a queen, imagine a goddess. The energy is not even the same. The energy has not, like, they have nothing to do together. And you don't have to be warrior. You don't have to be warrior because people don't even want to attack you. You're just a freaking goddess. You're an idol. The energy you radiate is respectful. Like, people want to respect you, but not in a way as a queen. They want to respect you just because you get to exist, just because you get to breathe. Just because the energy you radiate is so powerful that they want to respect you, they want to worship you. You're an idol. I hope you understand the differences. I might talk about it a little bit more. Slave is I can't do anything for myself. I just basically a child. I'm just a baby. Everyone is telling me what to do. And I can't even get to have choice or opinion. The second one is I'm done with being a slave. I don't want to be a slave anymore. Everyone is choosing for me, the society, my family, my parents, my couple, not my couple, my husband, even my boyfriend, my children are telling me what to do. I don't even get to choose my life. I don't want to be a slave anymore. Now I will be a warrior. I will be fighting. I will be rebellious. I don't even care about what people are telling me. Society is BS. My children, they want to tell me what to do, but I will tell them what to do. It is military, survival mode. I get to do whatever I want, but not in a way as I choose it, in a way as I want to be rebellious against other people. I'm freaking impulsive. This is the warrior. The third one is a queen. I'm above the warrior because I think I found a masculine band around me that is protecting me from other people. I don't have to be rebellious anymore. And I get to choose whatever I want, but I have a lot of responsibility and I have to really work towards that. I really have to work to be a queen. And if ever I stop doing all this work every day and being really disciplined and, working on my poise, the way I speak, everything, I just don't get I just don't have the respect that I get to have on a daily basis. The fourth one, and the one I like the most, of course, because I get this is the main goal, is the goddess. If you are a goddess, you might like you just get to live and everyone is worshiping you just because you get to live, just because you get to breathe, just because you get to eat, just because you get to drink. People want to be generous to you. You just radiate this beautiful energy, and everyone wants to be around you. This is the goddess. I'm not a slave because nobody's telling me what to do. I'm not a warrior because I don't even have to fight, because I can't even get attacked. I don't even need to be rebellious because I embody my values so much that I don't even care if someone don't have the same opinion as me. I will just be living my life, my best life. I'm not a queen because I don't have to work on a daily basis to maintain the respect that people are giving to me, because I'm just here. I'm sitting, I'm speaking, I'm here, and I just get the respect instantly. These are the 4 stages that I have. Maybe I will use this to work a bit more. Maybe it will come to me. I will have to work on it or journal about it, because I think that warrior, queen, and goddess are okay, but slave isn't really where I would like to be called. So if ever I have to put anyone in categories, I think that I might think about a way to call the slave. If you have an idea of me to be calling the slave, maybe we can find her another name. I wouldn't say the baby, I wouldn't say the child, I wouldn't say the 100% feminine being, because it might be too long. But I might work on these 4 stages because it just came to my mind so instantly that it is freaking over me, to be honest. I just feel like it comes from the metaphysical, and I'm not even ready yet to be talking about this stuff. But I've made this podcast because I was inspired, and I think that it is divine work. Maybe you needed it. So if you need it, I'm glad about that. Comment in the description box, no, in the comment section, sorry, if you have another idea for the slave, where you think you are. I think I am between the warrior and the queen. Like, I'm jumping between these two. I'm trying to be a freaking queen. It might be hard sometimes, but I might reach the goddess in the end of the year. Who knows? Anyway, tell me where you are. Tell me if you have an idea to be calling the servant slave first stage. That could be a bit cuter. And don't hesitate to like this video, to comment, to share, and to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for listening to this one, and see you in the next one. Bye!